Unlock endless abundance. Embrace life's infinite potential by giving and receiving.
And even then, we should not have exhausted the supply of universal raw material. No man or woman, therefore, is poor because nature is poor, or because there is not enough to go around. Nature is an inexhaustible storehouse of riches. The supply will never run short. Original substance is alive with creative energy and is constantly producing more forms. When the supply of bill of material is exhausted, more will be produced. When the soil is exhausted, so that foodstuffs and material for clothing will no longer grow upon it, it will be renewed or more soil will be made. When all the gold and silver has been dug from the earth, if man is still in such a stage of social development that he needs gold and he needs silver, more will be produced from the formless. The formless stuff responds to the needs of man. It will not let him be without any good thing. So that's a quote from the book by Wallace entitled The Science of Getting Rich. That's on page 12 of that book. Now, to go further into our subject, we want you to realize that when we fully grasp, or we fully comprehend the law of profusion, we will also grow materially and spiritually with effortless effort. Webster, the one who put together the dictionary, what the dictionary was named after, he describes effortless effort as showing a needing little or no effort. So the Webster Dictionary describes effortless effort as showing a needing little or no effort. As we begin to understand the law of profusion, we will begin to see a universe or omniverse that is constantly expanding, constantly growing, and becoming more advanced. Just as the universe is constantly growing and expanding, we as human beings are supposed to be constantly growing and expanding also. Self-development should be our primary goal in life. Wallace states on page 18 of his book, Science of Getting Rich, in chapter 5, in a chapter entitled Increasing Life, he states the following: every living thing must continually seek for the enlargement of its life, because life in the mere act of living must increase itself. A seed dropped into the ground springs into activity, and the act of living produces 100 more seeds. Life by living multiplies itself. It is forever becoming more. It must do so if it continues to be at all. Intelligence is under the same necessity for continuous increase. Every thought we think makes it necessary for us to think another thought. Consciousness is continually expanding. Every fact we learn leads us to the learning of another fact. Knowledge is continually increasing. Every talent we cultivate brings to the mind the desire to cultivate another talent. We are subject to the urge of life, seeking expression, whichever drives us on to know more, to do more, and to be more. In order to know more, do more, and be more, we must have more. We must have things to use, for we learn and do and become only by using things. We must get rich so that we can live more. The desire for riches is simply the capacity for a larger life seeking fulfillment. Every desire is the effort of an unexpressed possibility. An unexpressed possibility to come to action. It is power seeking to manifest which causes desire. That which makes you want more money is the same as that which makes the plant grow. It is life seeking fuller expression. And on page 50 of the same book, he says, Wallace says, in a chapter entitled The Impression of Increase, he says, increase is what all men and women are seeking. It is the urge of the formless intelligence within them, seeking fuller expression. The desire for increase is inherent in all nature. It is the fundamental impulse of the universe. All human activities are based on the desire for increase. People are seeking more food, more clothes, better shelter, more luxury, more beauty, more knowledge, more pleasure, increase in something, more life. Every living thing is under necessity for continuous advancement. Where increase of life ceases, dissolution and death set in at once. Man instinctively knows this, and hence he is forever seeking more. This law of perpetual increase is set forth by Jesus, peace be upon him, in the parable of the talents. Jesus states, only those who gain more retain any. From him who has not shall be taken away even that which he has. The normal desire for increased wealth is not an evil or reprehensible thing. It is simply the desire for more abundant life. It is aspiration, because it is the deepest instinct of their nature. All men and women are attracted to him who can give them, all men and women are attracted to him who can give them more of the means of life. So Jesus states in the parable of the talents, only those who gain more retain any. From him who has not shall be taken away even that which he has. So Jesus is telling us that we should be striving to acquire things. We should be striving to have things. Don't think that Jesus didn't have anything or didn't want people to have something. Now let's move on to the laws of profusion. What are the laws of profusion? In this book we said the laws of profusion are, number one, the law of ever increasing prosperity. Give and you shall receive. And all receive something, you have to give something. You have to give value. You have to have something that is valuable. In the marketplace, people become wealthy because they have things that other people perceive are valuable, and they are willing to give money to get that item, or they're willing to give that time to get that item. So the first law is the law of ever increasing prosperity. Give and you shall receive. Second, we say the second law is the law of increase of life.